a roof over your head is more important than having to go and live under a bridge. Or some people move from house to house. Got their clothes in a garbage bag. I ain't talking about nobody, because you, I don't know. I'm just trying to make some points here. Because sometimes we are not thankful for the little things. We are thankful when we can have our way. We are thankful if we have the latest fashion. You know, the latest this and the latest that. But God is desiring a spirit of thanksgiving. When we look at the lesson here, when we see that there were 10 lepers and that they were somewhere in the middle of Samaria and Galilee. Now I want to talk about leprosy because leprosy is known to be an infectious disease. It was a skin disease. And also it has been said that leprosy is a type of sin. It's just a type of it. It didn't say it was sin, but a type of sin. Lepers were separated from the rest of society. And they were in their own colony, or they were in their own living place because they lived together. Yes. Now, it says in another place in the Word of the Lord that whenever a leper was coming, that they had to cry out something. They had to cry out what? Unclean. 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 And I just began to think about that. And I said, okay, if leprosy is a type of sin, can you imagine today if you walking past somebody and when you walk past them, they have to cry, "Whoremonger, whoremonger." All right. Is that what I'm saying? Or somebody else. What'd you say? Thief? Thief! Thief! Drug dealer. Liar. Liar. You know, I'm trying to make a point. Because to hear you are a leper, you already dealing with issues, self-esteem issues. You've already been put away from everybody. Now when somebody come up on you, you got to holler, unclean, unclean. How small can you be made? So that's just like somebody coming up on you and you holler, liar, liar. But I thank God for Jesus. Hallelujah. Who washed away all sin. So that now that we are just in, I've never sinned. Sorry. When you understand that in leprosy, there were other instances in the Bible. When we look at Miriam, who the Lord put leprosy on her, just because she thought she started getting big of herself. She and Aaron, they were in the back whispering, and they got together and said, well, surely the Lord can talk to us like he talked to Moses, or the Lord can speak through us like he speaks through Moses. And because she disrespected or disobeyed authority, leprosy came upon her, and Moses had to intercede for her so that she could be healed and come back into the congregation of the people. Then another instance was King Uzziah, when he could not wait for the priest to go and to sacrifice or burn incense. So he took it upon himself, and he went into the temple and burned incense. And because he stepped into the place of the priest, then he was smote with leprosy for the rest of his life. And so you get an understanding how leprosy was a terrible disease, and it was a dreaded disease. But here in the Bible, there were 10 of them that came together, and they were trying to keep each other's company because nobody else was going to keep their company because they were lepers. But when they saw Jesus coming by, they lift up their head and they ask Jesus to have mercy on them. And what Jesus simply said to them, he said unto them, go show yourselves unto the priests. And the Bible says, and as it came to pass, as they went, they were cleansed. Yes. And so the next point that I want to make is that faith is needed to receive from God. When we're dealing with being thankful or thankfulness, sometimes we can be thankful, but in order to get what it is that God needs to give us, along with being faithful, we have to also be thankful, or along with being thankful, we have to be thankful. Okay, what's the point you're trying to make? Here he said, he told them, he simply said as they went, he said, go and show yourself to the priest.